What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Game On Improve Your Health podcast. Tonight's episode journey is being guided by none other than your host, Austin J, or hallucinodream if you know him from the gaming community. And tonight's episode is on random topics. Ha! Tricked ya. Seriously, random topics. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the episode. Blah, 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 blah. That was an interesting... Listen, thank you for tuning in, everybody, but one day I will get an intro that actually is not just me talking. So, there's that. Anyways, that wraps up the episode. Thank you for listening. No, today I want to talk about, I'm unzipping my zipper, if you can hear that, whatever. It's not a zipper, it's my pockets. My pockets have zippers on them. There it is again. I zipped it back up because I was removing the giant wallet that's been in my pocket for about 12 days. Sick of it. There's nothing even in there. I don't know why it's so large. Today I want to talk about a couple of random things. So we're going to talk about being a parent, right? And the hardships of that, especially when it comes to health and wellness. So I want to talk about that. We've talked about this in our previous episodes. You can go back and reference that as well. But I do want to talk about that because I've taken some steps to help. As the wife has actually helped as well, of course, and so is the child, but she doesn't really speak fully yet either. So, and I also want to talk about just health in general, and I know I've talked about this in other episodes as well, so I just want to touch on that. So first, let's just start with the health in general. I do want to express how important health is, and I think personally that health is your greatest asset, because if you don't have your health, and I will stand by this till forever, if you don't have your health, there's not much more you can have. An example would be if you push yourself to the limits and you become ill or you hurt yourself and you are now unable to work, what does the money mean, right? Especially if it was preventable. That's what we're talking about. Obviously, there are things that happen that are just unable to be prevented. But we're talking about being able to prevent, staying healthy the best that you can. So, if you get sick, you come up or something happens because you're just not paying attention to your health. You're just neglecting your health, not seeing the proper professionals in regards to your health when you know something's wrong, and then you end up missing work, because your thought process is, money is more important. Well, what's the money mean now? Because now you're missing work, so you're not making that money, right? And in the event that you are unable to, or your insurance doesn't cover all of it, now you're paying out of pocket on something that potentially is preventable, right? That's not 100% what, again, that's situational. Obviously, excuse me, there are things you just can't avoid, right? But we want to try to avoid as much as possible with what we have. And that's my goal here with One Punch, is to help everybody become as healthy as possible and to optimize their health in the most natural way to the best of their abilities as much as possible. One way to do that is blood panels. I do want to go over the blood panels again. I know I've talked about this. The blood panel that I'm going to talk about is Inside Tracker. That's InsideTracker, one word, .com. I'll put a link in the description that goes right to, I have a deal going on. I am, I guess, what they would call an affiliate with them, something or other. I'm an Inside Tracker Pro, so I do get some discounts with them. I have a general 25% off code. I actually don't even remember what the code is. I'm not going to lie. I think it's just Austin Pro. My name and then Inside Tracker Pro. For 25% off, but the real code will be in the description. But with that, right now, and I'm reading off my phone if you're watching on YouTube, there are 2 ultimate tests, 2 inner age assessments, and I'll explain those in a second. I think I've explained those in past episodes as well. Both of these for $749, and your total savings is just about $419, maybe even more than that, depending on your tax. And the code for that is PRO3359. PRO3359. One word. That will give you 2 ultimate tests, which is the 43 biomarkers in each test and the 2 inner age assessments. I get all of this. I'm actually going to capitalize on this deal myself. This code expires at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time, February 26th of 2022. I highly recommend anybody who is on a health pursuit, some people who are pursuing health and wellness, people who want to be as healthy as possible, to get these blood panels. Now, I do have a 25% off code, so if you don't want to spend that kind of money right off the bat, this is the top of the line best one that they have. Okay, I get this one because I want to know absolutely everything that's going on in my body, and I want to be as healthy as possible, and I want to optimize everything I possibly can. But they do have an essential one. It's significantly cheaper. It's $180, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it's $180 for the test, and it gives you 14, 18, 20, I don't think it exceeds 20 different biomarkers. Some of the most important ones, some of the most important ones, not that the ultimate doesn't give you the most important ones, but it varies, right? So if you go on the website, look at the link, insidetracker.com, you can go through these plans and you can see what the different biomarkers are. Now, if you don't know what a biomarker is, it's a biomarker. Brain fart. It's just a blood marker. So like your glucose, your different hormones, ferritin, iron, which is part of. I just lost my train of thought several times over and over. I'm not sure why that just happened. But they both provide different things. The essential gives you the essentials, the basics of what you would need to know to be able to remain healthy. Okay, and then the ultimate takes that 10 steps further by getting everything you possibly need to be as healthy as you possibly can. And I honestly do the ultimate because, again, I am an advocate for health. I'm going to live to be 150 years old, but not just 150 years old. I'm going to live to be 150 years old with a good quality of life, full cognition, and the ability to walk still without assistance. That's the goal, right? But blood panels are incredibly important. Why do I think blood panels are incredibly important? Because you may feel amazing all the time, right? You may feel amazing, but you don't really know. That doesn't really determine what's going on inside. So an example would be there's a lot of articles out there you can read on runners, powerlifters, weightlifters, very, very healthy people who really, really make sure that they do everything they possibly can to stay healthy, and they end up having heart attacks at a young age, strokes, a variety of different things that, affects their life. And, it's because they, excuse me. And again, just like I said in the beginning of the episode, some of this is very unavoidable, okay? But lots of times it's because you don't really know what's going on inside your body. And if people aren't really vigilant in that aspect and aware of, needing to do that, getting it, they don't know to get a blood panel. And it's like, because I feel healthy, right? Well, I felt healthy. I felt the greatest I did when I started the greatest I have, and it's continued, of course. But when I started my health and wellness routine and stopped eating the junk food, stopped drinking soda and all that stuff, and I could have, if once I got that blood panel, I could have said, "There's no way I'm not optimized to like 100% because I feel great." Well, it turns out I'm only about 80. I was only about 84% optimized, or 80 at the time, 84 now, and my cholesterol was overly high. It's for another episode. My iron was low, and then a bunch of other things. And I worked to optimize those through the blood panels. They give you a they give you an app with recommendations specific to you, specific to your blood biomarkers, and activities you can do, as in like recommended workouts, not specific workouts, but like anaerobic or aerobic workouts, times, how much time you should spend doing that, different recipes. I mean, you can go on the website, and check it out. If you have any questions, let me know on any of the social media outlets. You can reach me on mine here on One Punch. I would love to answer any questions, but I can't recommend that enough. Again, the code is PRO3359. All of this information is going to be in the description, and I'm trying not to. I could go over a full episode of this, but I'm really not going to, because I want to talk about the other topic that I was about to talk about. So I'm not going to drag this out any further. Again, you can, both codes will be in there, the 25% off. So if you just want to try it, but I do highly recommend this to absolutely anybody that is interested in being as healthy as possible, because you just don't know. You don't know what's going on inside. It's going to be a great day when you can prick your blood and instantly, that whatever device can tell you what's going on. But as of right now, as it stands, it can't do that. Okay. We're not all biochemists, so we can't really do that on the spot. But, let's move on to the next topic. I'm going to take a break. Just drink break. Oh, gosh. That's an O2 drink. Comes with oxygen inside of it. Just kidding. I don't know. But I want to talk about, I want to talk like to the parents out there. You don't even have to be a parent for this, by the way, but this is just, I'm relating it to parents. So I have a kid, as most of you know. I opened the episode here with that, basically, indirectly. And it's been tough. You're like, sometimes you feel restricted on what you can do. So like my workout routine suffered. I'm the primary caregiver for her. I stay home with her. The wife works. That's what we worked out, the deal we made. It made the most sense as well. Not that it's any of your guys' business, but that's what happened. And it was much harder than, honestly, it's way harder than I anticipated. My running took and COVID hit at the same time. And she was born literally right at the brink of COVID. So my running took a severe hit. My lifting took a severe hit. I mean, I was just not doing all that. And I was basically not doing very much because I was out of fear that she wasn't going to be happy, right? So, like, no matter what, like, if I bring her to do something I need to do and she's not happy, like, I didn't want that. And, so I was letting fear slightly drive me. But one thing that me and the wife talked about was getting a membership that has a kids club, a gym membership that has a kids club. So I can go work out, she can go hang out with kids. Now, she's very, I was a little hesitant, like, even before talking about this. I wanted to do it, but I was like, she might not react well, so let's just not do it, right? Making excuses. That's what I shouldn't have done that. I was kind of letting fear decide what route I was taking here. But I know the social interaction for her is going to be very promising, right? She needs that social interaction, and besides for just hanging out with me all day, because she's going to turn into me, and we don't want that. Trust me. And then I can work out at the same time, right? So she's hanging out with kids, other kids who are there, and I can work out, do my workout, and it's less stress on me because now I don't feel as though I am in a rush to get back to whoever may have been watching her for my workout, right? And what I'm getting to here, and what I think is important, is we made this decision. So basically, what happened was we made a decision. I went and signed up yesterday. She looked excited. The daughter looked excited because I went and showed her it, and it's getting kind of late. And of course, I made the decision not to do that. But I changed what I was going to do, and I was like, hey, you know what? She's not sleeping very well at night. because the gym told me they had a nighttime. The gym told me I had a nighttime, or they had nighttime hours. So I was like, well, why don't I start right at 4 and go for about an hour? She can burn some energy, and then maybe she'll be tired at night, right? So I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I almost didn't do it, which I thought was funny. But I was like, no, you know what? I have to do it. I have to push myself to do it. It's going to be good for me to do this. So that's just what I have to do. And that's what I did. And what I need to tell everybody, and what everybody needs to, you can't let fear drive you, okay? You get, excuse me. Sometimes you just have to do what's best for you. And that, even if you think, like, generally when you think of an outcome of what's going to happen, especially when it's in regards to, like, with your kid, realistically, that's probably not going to happen. So, like, and this is very situational. I'm talking specifically on, like, going places, going shopping, whatever. I always think she's going to be miserable. She never is when we do this stuff. So I need to, like, break that habit. So this was a good way to break that habit, get back into good, healthy habits. For me, I'm able to do my workouts now, which is exactly what I need. I can run sometimes, and I actually I'm going to take it a step further, and I have a hard time doing my schoolwork, doing homework, reading, doing anything I need to do. I said homework twice, 2 different ways. Reading articles, working on One Punch here, because I really want to do that. I have a hard time organizing my thoughts when she's like very close to me, because I want to pay more attention to her. It's very difficult. Also, everything inside of the house is a distraction. So I'm going to take it one step further, and there's a cafe type thing there, and I can sit there while she's playing. So there's going to be some days where I do that. I'm just going to sit there and play and take some time to myself. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because she's getting the social interaction that she needs, right? So what I want to talk about, or why I wanted to talk about this, is because I think it's incredibly important. This also is accountability as well. Basically, this whole podcast is helping me with accountability as well. You all are my accountability buddies. I said it better last week. So check in on me, make sure I'm doing exactly what what's it called? Preach what you preach. Practice what you preach. Do that. But don't let fear drive you, right? And if you're scared to do something, chances are when you do it, you're gonna be that much more, like, excited that you did. You're gonna feel that much better. So just take the steps you need to do. You can take your time doing it if you have to. Think about it, talk it over, get some other people. Like, if you're hesitant on if you want to bring your kid to a place like that, right? To a gym or something, talk to someone. Like, talk to your friends or family, see what they say. Maybe they will inspire you to actually go do it, and tell you the same thing that I just said. Well, don't let fear drive you. So that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about. I kind of wanted to bring a little bit of my situation. I don't know if you can hear the kid yelling in the background, but you're welcome. And relate it to health and wellness. I already feel better. I feel a lot less stressed already, just being able to, I feel like I can actually go work out and not be stressed because she's hanging out with other kids, as opposed to worrying about and feeling rushed for trying to find a babysitter, right? Because everybody's busy. I mean, everybody does have things that they want to do and accomplish. So like, I got to get it in and out. Now I don't have to feel like that. And that already is health from the workout standpoint, the running standpoint, and then the emotional standpoint of the reduced stress. So if anybody has any questions that they heard in this episode, by all means, you can let me know on any of the social media outlets, or here on the YouTube or the podcast platform. Again, my name is Austin J, or hallucinodream. I'm gonna cut the episode here. I appreciate everybody who is tuned in and listening, and don't forget to check out that Inside Tracker, the blood panel. I highly recommend that. The links will be in the description, and the codes as well. And hope to see you all. Oh yeah, if you have any questions, I'll answer them next week. Yeah, so awesome. Hope to see you all next week, and thanks again.